Hey, everybody. Let's talk today about using the phone. I don't know why, but most people are terrified of getting on their phone and making phone calls. So there's some level of anxiety that happens in a lot of us, and this fear of what could happen on the other end. And so a lot of people don't like making prospecting calls and learning about your clients from being on the phone. We tend to send more emails than anything else. And look, I'm guilty of this a lot when it comes to our business because our business, there's a lot of inbound leads for us. And so I'm in a different business than a lot of people. A lot of you are in a business where you don't have the government calling you and emailing you and all that kind of stuff, and you have to actually reach out to them. And while email is very convenient, it's not the best route. The best route is to pick up the phone and make a phone call. That's just the best way to go. So what's the worst thing that can happen? The worst thing that can probably happen is you're going to be rushed on the phone. They're going to say they don't have time to talk to you, can't talk to you, and eventually hang up. And so you'll be able to just send them an email anyway. That's the worst thing that can happen. Nobody's going to come to your business and beat you up. Nobody's going to yell and scream at you, or at least most people won't. I've been making phone calls in business for going on almost 22 years. I've never in 22 years ever had a single person yell or scream at me. I've never had anybody show up at my house and try to take my kids away. Like, there's nothing like that has ever happened. We have all these irrational fears about using the phone, and none of those things are ever going to happen. Even if somebody decided to yell at you, what's the worst thing that could happen there? They just yell at you. It's not that big a deal. Most of the time, when you call somebody, they will answer your questions, and they're generally very nice. When I call people, and if you're a coaching client, you've probably heard me say it just like this. When I call people, I will say something very simple like, hey, this is Mike Lejeune with RSM. I'm brand new to working with Phil in the agency, and I could use some guidance. Could you help me? Could you point me in the right direction? I'm very humble. I'm very simple with the messaging. I just ask for a little bit of help, and most people will say, sure, how can I help you? That's how the call starts, like 99% of the time. It's very rare that somebody says, no, I can't help you. I don't know what to do. And they all want to at least point you in the right direction, even if the next thing out of their mouth is, well, the best person to call is actually my boss or the small business office or somewhere else. They all want to point you in the right direction. So I want to encourage you to stop just using email and to stop using it as the first thing you do and start picking up the phone and making a call. This business is all about relationships. It's all about getting to know people. It's all about those connections, and you're not going to get that through email. You're only going to develop relationships on the phone. So pick up the phone, call people, have a conversation. Don't make it all business, all about you. Make it about them. Do a little bit of research before you call them. Go look at their website. Go look at their forecast. Do a little bit of research, but just pick up the phone. Pick up the phone and call people as your first point of contact instead of just using email. It will change the game for you to start calling these people. And guess what? If you have an issue and you forget to ask a question or something like that, call them back. That's a great reason to call people back. If you forgot something or whatever it is, or a week later, you're running across your notes and I should have asked this question, just call them back. Call them back and build that relationship. Let me know how that's going for you. If you have questions, let me know as always. I'd love to hear your feedback on this, especially a week or two after trying this model. I'd love to see how it works for you. So reach out anytime you have questions. You know how to reach me. Have an amazing week, and we'll see you next time.